One, two, three. I always feel like that's like the point of where you in the like
straight into character.
Straight into character.
Yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed you
That
removed...
is not a bad cup of coffee from you this morning.
Well, it's the coffee machine that makes it. I just push buttons. I don't think you can go wrong pushing buttons, can you? I definitely push your buttons.
Yeah, you do. I tell you what you can go wrong with, and I'm just about to adjust it. All right.
Can you just put that little pointed finger down?
Sorry,
I'm
going to go political point. The political point. You and your freaking thing.
It still works.
No, it gets rustly.
Call me Jack.
I've called you many things in my life. The one thing I've never called you is Jack.
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell.
Wicketkeeper for England.
Is that right?
The older viewers will know who that is, yeah.
Oh, Bernie, do you know what? There was a point in this video, or no, there was a point in this week that I thought to myself, how do I even go on the Sunday show again? I felt so bad.
As a disclaimer, it was nothing to do with me, any of it. I don't get any decisions. I'm not consulted on anything. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just told to turn up, do a bit of filming and go home. So I don't want to... If you want to direct it at anybody, direct it at Dan and Jordan.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
We've got a new set, as everybody can probably see. We haven't moved far. We've actually just shuffled about 30 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
However, we have got new cameras, kind of, they're everywhere at the moment, and I'm trying to work out which one I'm kind of looking at. So that's me. Hi. That's the main camera. Hi.
Hi.
Are you okay where you're looking?
My eyes go all over the place anyway, don't they? I can't control them.
That's the focal point, that one right there.
Okay.
And then if you want to bounce, you can go to the middle.
Okay.
Or I wouldn't look at that one because no one's going to see you in that one.
No.
But yeah, there we go.
Some would say it's not a bad thing.
Well, there is a lot to talk about this week, isn't there?
Where do we even start, Dan?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'll let you. Why don't you do some interviewing of me this week? As in, because I don't know where to go with this.
What do you want to interview about? Like, everything that's happened.
I know. You know how this week's kind of gone for me.
Not well.
And I would like to. I would say it's actually gone very well.
Okay. Well.
So
do you want me to represent the disgruntled subscribers? Or do you want me to represent myself, just so I know the role I'm going to play?
Why don't you tee up the situation? What happened? Tell us what happened.
And just for the record, that no matter what I say, I don't lose my job.
Correct.
Brilliant.
You say whatever
Everyone's
you want.
Heard that.
Just remember that there are children watching, though.
I wasn't going to swear. I was just going to give it to you. You know, I'm going to be like one of those hosts that rip someone.
Go for it. Yeah. Like it. Go for it.
Let's start with the clickbait that you were doing on last week's video. Very clickbaity. That's not you, Dan. Okay.
So I think what happened is, we put out a video at the beginning of this week, which was myself and Lester, who had a very interesting and tough day, as you would all have seen at Woburn.
Yeah, that was on the back of filming for about 10 hours, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was going on a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've never hit and seen somebody hit that many trees.
It was the course is world class, as Jordan would say, but it was obviously very tight, as you saw, and also very bouncy.
It was. Do you know the last time I saw that amount of trees hit on a golf course was when I played at Woodall Spa at the Hodgkin course with our good friend Nick Horrocks, who hit 14 provisionals and shot 2 over par.
I'm pretty sure if I played in an event round there and it was a medal, I would be reloading quite a lot.
Anyway, moving on to the clickbait situation. Yeah. So, what happened was, that's a little reference to our Jeffro. What happened was, so we played at Woburn and we went up against. We were trying to go up against Matt Fitzpatrick, but that got a bit confusing because we were actually on the wrong golf course that Matt Fitzpatrick was playing on. So I was on the phone. We're going up to the first tee. I'm on the phone to Jordan. I'm like, right, who played this course? Who played the Duke's course? And he's like, oh, Henrik Stenson. So I'm like, right, we're playing against Henrik Stenson's win in 2013, 14 or whatever it was. And he shot 6 under par. So Lester and I decided to get his scorecard out.
A little bit ambitious, I'd say.
And see, well, I felt confident. I thought if me and you can get it going, we can get a 6 under. Could we match or even beat Henrik Stenson? And when we put the thumbnail together, we just put you and me versus Henrik Stenson. And I think what happened is, I know what happened. People thought that they were going to switch on to Woburn with me and you and Henrik Stenson. What I would say as a little footnote on that is that we did invite Henrik Stenson through Instagram to come and join us, but we never got a response. So
that's typical of him.
That's typical.
I've never liked him.
So the comment saying, come on boys, you can easily get a tour player. Well then, no, actually no. We're not at that level where we are. So we are, at this moment in time, our matches versus tour players, they're fictional. All right?
If anyone knows any tour players who would love to film with us,
please come and join us.
Please come and join us, because we are struggling to get tour players.
Well, John Bickerton did it and he loved it. He says he said it inspired him to get back into playing more tournament golf.
Have you just made that up?
Yeah.
I thought you actually had.
I saw him playing a bit more on the
that's not us though,
tour.
Is it?
No, we didn't do that, no. But anyway, John Bickerton was fantastic and we had a great time with him. So that's what happened. So we put on there Henrik Stenson with an arrow and then me and you versus the arrow, basically, and the man.
Anyway, that's not my main point. I was just taking you in there nice and gently.
Okay, so the end result is we changed that to Henrik's scorecard.
So that was just an easy question to start with. I'm going for it.
Okay.
So why are you now charging everyone £3 to watch our channel?
Well, Bernie, let's get to the bottom of that. Yeah, hang on, because I'm just trying to think of which avenue to go down.
You sounded like Boris Johnson then.
No, politicians are better than me at that. So, first and foremost, okay, the channel is not changing.
Right.
Okay, so the content that we create, people can go to our channel every single day and there will be a video very much in line with what we've done on the channel.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
However, that was the confusion. People
thought that there was going to be now. They heard this word Patreon. They wanted to go down they wanted to find out more about. Well, is that now? Are we now being charged to be able to watch the channel? No,
absolutely
not the case. However, for some time now, I have wanted to create something more than what we do. So
we've had lots of ideas, haven't we? We've talked about doing a completely coaching orientated sort of site or channel, which again you would pay a monthly subscription to be involved in. So we've toyed with different ideas, haven't we?
Yeah.
When all said and done, this is a business, and as much as we love making videos and doing stuff, we've got mortgages to pay, and it's a full-time job for us, isn't it?
Golf is not a hobby to us. Golf has been our job forever, since I've ever got into working and getting involved. So golf has always been part of that. So.
And if this doesn't work, we're back to being a club pro, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm back to running a golf shop.
Correct, and not here.
No.
So what I wanted to create this area where we could actually create more direct contact with people.
Yeah.
Okay, because at the end of the day, when people go onto YouTube, we can, in order for us to create, to communicate with the people that watch these channels or channel, we have to create a video to be able to do that. We can create little community pages and things, but ultimately, we now have the opportunity to get contact details where we can actually make contact with these subscribers onto the platform. So if we're going to be hosting, and we'll come on to that in a moment, but if we're going to be hosting coaching trips, if we're going to be hosting trips out, fun trips or bus tour trips, we can get actually direct access to these people through that. So that's something that I wanted to do. When it comes to the coaching side of things, that's something where that was the main objective for me, was to be able to create a facility, a area where we could go and do specific coaching videos that is actually on a platform that ultimately we have to charge for. Okay?
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to do. I am a golf coach. I've spent many, many years learning how to become a coach. I've spent a lot of money in becoming a coach, as have the other pros that play on the channel.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't necessarily want to overly give all of that away on a YouTube channel. Okay?
No, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
and the cost of actually joining is relatively small, but it helps in such a big way for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be additional benefits of being part of this group. I mean, we're going to do a draw every single month, aren't we? So there'll be giveaways which will be far greater than a year's subscription, which will work out at what, £30. It's £3. It's £36 a year, and there'll also be additional features. You'll be part of the community. And you're helping our channel to grow, helping us to be able to spend more money on equipment. You know,
well,
everything really,
expand.
isn't it?
So I've been really keen to bring in another editor.
Yeah.
Onto the team, shall we say?
Yeah.
And that doesn't just happen. Like, in order for me to go off and do, and us to go off and do more filming in maybe better locations or whatever it is, we need time. And to create time, you need somebody else to come in and help edit. And that's what the idea. That's what I'm going to be using. Any income that we get from the Patreon page. Okay, I'd never heard of Patreon until the boys were talking to me about it, but whatever we generate, that is where it's going to be heading towards. It's going to be heading towards somebody's salary, basically. And
the money and the people, so you're getting ad revenue, you're getting this from YouTube and stuff, but it's not.
Which we do.
Yeah, which is
there's
brilliant.
No argument.
Yeah,
we absolutely do, and Google Pay for videos and things like that. But that obviously fluctuates throughout the year.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
it's tight though, isn't it? It's not. We're not making millions of pounds, are we? Like,
absolutely not. No. Over time, we'll create more tiers. But for now, what we're trying to do is we're putting on and if you've not heard of this, what we're doing is we're creating a membership area through Patreon, and we're going to be doing a monthly giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay, so a monthly giveaway. We've talked to companies and we've got prizes and we're purchasing prizes to go towards these giveaways, and it's an opportunity for people to enter into that. But also off the back of that, they'll get every month we're going to do a live show. Okay, and that will grow over time as we get more people on and we get different types of people, and the types of lives that we do get bigger. But also like trips that we've done. So, for example, we are heading out to Turkey. Myself and James Ruth are heading out to Turkey at the end of February in 2023 for a Ryder Cup match. So there's going to be, James is going to be one captain, I'm going to be another captain. We're out at Belek, all inclusive. Unlimited golf, unlimited range tokens. There'll be a bit of coaching. There'll be golf every day if they want it. But those people that are on the Patreon page, they will get access to that first.
Yeah.
As in, they will get the opportunity to see
first
that a couple of days before.
Yeah.
So it'll go out to them first. People then have the opportunity to jump on that if they want to come, which they already have because it's already gone out. And then after that, we'll advertise through the Sunday show.
It'll be the same as well. We're going to actually launch some more merchandise, which is more in line with the new logos and stuff. So the people that are members will get discount on top of that, and they'll also get first refusal, first option on any sort of special edition or limited edition merch that we create for the channel.
So even though there is a hint of it where it's all about supporting the channel and people want to do it, I know they have, because this is a result
of what people, thing, isn't it?
What people have asked me to do something like this. So we will be giving back to those people that get involved in one way or another, and this is going to be our first prize for this first draw.
So thanks to ShotScope for providing
V3
the V3
watch. I've been wearing their watch when I've been playing golf and doing the GPS stuff with it. It's absolutely fantastic, and obviously you can track all your statistics from that. So it's for £3 for this month, there'll be one lucky winner receiving that watch, which is fantastic, and we'll be doing that draw. Jordan hasn't told me the dates of when we're doing the draw yet, but we will be doing.
It'll be one a month, won't it? 12 a year.
Yeah, there'll be 12 a year, and and any extra things we'll chuck in there as well. So does that answer your very deep question?
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think that sums it up really. Hopefully, that's explained to everyone that's watching this show what we're doing and why we're doing it. Really, which. Maybe in hindsight we should have explained it a little bit more at the start.
It just created confusion.
Which
I don't know why, but it did create a little bit of confusion from it.
Yeah.
I think it was a combination of people being upset with the thumbnail and then the Patreon page. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is, Bernie.
So I just want to do a little apology as well. I'm going to apologise to Kathy Mitson. It was she sent me an email a couple of weeks ago, and it was her husband Simon, who's a big fan of the channel's birthday. It was during the couple of weeks that Jordan and the Pim Dog were doing the show, so I wasn't on the show, so I wasn't able to mention his name. And then last week, just completely forgot. So happy birthday for a couple of weeks ago, or it could be an early birthday shout out for next year, whichever you'd prefer. But thanks for watching the channel, and hope you had a great day.
Always an excuse, isn't there? Always an excuse, Kathy.
Sorry.
I mean, he's literally got a book full of excuses. And there's the other one.
There's the next one.
There's the other one.
I was always told if you apologise, you can get away with anything.
And you're probably right. TSR then. It's been released. Embargo's gone. The video came out 2 p.m. on Thursday. What do you think?
So we obviously went up to Woburn to the Performance Centre, and you hit the driver. We saw the driver. We had a great explanation from Chris Beaumont at Titleist as well, about the driver and the changes and the TS range and what was going on. It was a brilliant day, and the video you produced again was really, really, really good. And I'm looking forward to you putting that driver into a few vlogs. Yeah. Because the gains that you were achieving on that particular day were quite impressive, really.
They were subtle. They weren't. I think what you were able to see from more down the line and behind,
ball flight, which was so good, wasn't it?
More the ball flight of how it was performing and things. I think from a numbers point of view, I went into that video, creating that video, not hitting the driver, not even seeing the driver, to sort of giving my sort of ideas on what I thought it would, what I thought we would be looking to achieve, or what Titleist were achieving with this driver. And I think ultimately, best to best, that TSI 3 driver was a fantastic driver and is still a fantastically performing driver. Yeah. But it's just as drivers move on and get better and technology goes more into them, it's just more of the off-centered stuff, really, in my view. You know, if you get a driver that is hit off-center from some of the older stuff, then you're gonna maintain decent ball speed, which ultimately, like Nick said on the video, ball speed is king. That's what rules the distance from point of view.
I mean, I was when I was teaching golf, it was just they were having the shift from sort of literally teaching via ball flight, which I think is so important anyway. Numbers are brilliant, but the numbers and the actual computers and the video analysis was just coming in. So, but I'm just, without looking at numbers, just your ball flight and the sound, and that for me was that I could see some changes, which is great, and hopefully you'll better, the proof is in the pudding, and putting it into a vlog and seeing that.
What a difference! What a difference! What a good night's sleep does. Because if you'd seen me driving the golf ball on that day before at Woburn, which you would have seen this week, and then see me on the range the next morning,
it was chalk and cheese, wasn't it?
Ridiculous, wasn't it? Absolutely ridiculous.
But yeah, so hopefully you will enjoy that video. If you haven't seen that video, Dan will stick a link up here, or down there, or across here. But there'll be a link to that video. Go and check it out. It's a really good video.
It is a good video, yeah. And fittings are what are really important, especially with the new tech. Getting the right fit is everything.
Yeah. I mean, you want to use an expert rather than just buy it. Never buy off the shelf. Don't ever buy off the shelf. And if someone tries to make you buy off the shelf, don't.
Correct. I saw a little ding dong on the putting green the other day.
I don't think it was a ding dong, to be fair.
There was a lot of pointing and pushing and.
It wasn't. I saw the way the caddy sort of retreated, didn't he? I don't know whose caddy it was. He was like, "Oh, I think I'll get away from this."
I'm just going to walk away from this situation.
Billy
Horschel, Ian Poulter on the putting green.
I think they were just two mates having a chat. It didn't look to me like anything was happening. Do you think it did you?
They've all been very well. I'm not sure Poulter has. I've not seen that, but they've all been quite vocal in their. I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit fed up with it. I'm actually a bit bored of it now.
It reminds me a little bit of
food fight. It
reminds me a little bit of like when they start like a boxing, the boxing, they hyper boxing match up, and they do the sit down interviews, they do the press conference where chairs are thrown, and they all stand up and get in each other's grill, and then when it actually comes to it, they have the fight, and then afterwards they're all cuddling each other and shaking hands, and it's almost like that for me. It's just a bit like, I don't know, it's just weird, it's just strange, isn't it? I mean,
Everyone's got their own opinion on whether the guys should be playing in the European Tour or not playing in the European Tour. I fully see it from both sides, like 100% see it from both sides. If you listen to both sides of the story, you can see why the pros that are playing on the European Tour are annoyed that there's guys coming into the European Tour and taking spots. But then
that's my biggest concern.
Funny, but Billy Horschel coming over to play in the BMW Championship is taking a spot off somebody that plays in the European Tour on a regular basis anyway. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in that?
I think that was the counter argument to his press conference, was the fact that he'd played in something like 60 DP Tour events, but something like 54 of them were either major championships, which count for the money list, or they were co-sanctioned events. So there was only like 5 or 6, and they were the top events on the DP Tour. He wasn't coming over and playing in like Switzerland or playing the French Open or something like that. He was picking the ones with the most money, the most prestige, the most
highest ranking.
Which is what you do, wouldn't it, as a player, because you're trying to maximise your earnings.
Yeah.
And you're also trying to
placing yourself.
Yeah, trying to get into the top 50 to make sure you're in all the majors. So it's not. It's just. I don't know. I think you have to be careful having opinions on things, particularly if you're not whiter than white. Or
I've got an opinion.
There you go.
I've got an opinion on the PGA Championship that it used to be that there was a lot more PGA pros playing.
Yeah, that's another issue.
Then it went to then they dropped it to like 10, then dropped it to 8, and I don't even know if is there maybe 1 or 2 playing in it this year, which used to be. It is the PGA Championship. Gone.
I'd still like to see an event where there's the money that you get on a DP World Tour event, or on a proper event, but you all have to qualify. No one's exempt. You turn up on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, before the tournament. You play, and then the top 100, whatever, 120 or however many won in the field, they qualify for it. So you're almost a tournament before a tournament.
Yeah,
so
I understand what you're saying, but the problem
is you could turn up and try and qualify. You pay your
but what about the guys that are finishing up on a Sunday somewhere playing in a tournament, and then they got to get back to Wentworth for the Monday morning to tee off?
Well, maybe Tuesday then. Maybe make 36 holes. I don't know.
Tuesday qualifier.
Maybe play a 36-hole qualifier on the Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. Anything.
Yeah.
I'd just like to see a proper Open where anybody who's a scratch golfer or a pro golfer can actually try and qualify. I just think that's an exciting tournament before a tournament.
Like the top guys in the world, they're just not going to bother going. The only way they're going to go is if it is like a major, or it is like
I guess
it's got to be a massive amount of ranking points, and it's going to be a massive amount of money. So if you have I don't know what I don't even know what the prize funds are nowadays. What is it? 20 million? Let's say it's 20 million pound.
Yeah.
Just pulling that out of nowhere.
This one was 30 million.
And this one's 30 million.
Yeah.
And it's full qualifying.
Yeah, God, now you've actually said that, I probably agree with you. It's not going to work, is it? Has anyone got any ideas how that would work? Or do you think it would work? It wouldn't, would it?
Think about the logistics of everything that goes on with qualifying for a start. So if you open it up to everybody, qualifying...
You might get 10,000 people trying to qualify.
Well, yeah, then where'd you put 10,000 people to try and qualify?
No idea. Didn't think of that. And
every you got to give up golf courses around the area, because they've got to be close by.
I
understand what you're saying, but I think the reality of it is they could be flying in from everywhere.
My issue is the PGA Championship at Wentworth has got like 3 or 4 qualifying pros through their regional, whereas before it was like, what, dozen?
Yeah.
So why is there not still a dozen? Just add extra to the field. Doesn't matter, does it? Like there should still be, if it's a PGA Championship, then you want to be represented by PGA regional players.
It's not PGA anymore though, is it? It's just Tour. It's Tour Championships. It's really the Tour Championship.
Yeah, but it's still called the PGA, isn't it?
I know they've kept it, but...
So it shouldn't be, should it? It should remove the word PGA, or the lettering.
Tour Champs. It should be Tour Champs.
Yeah.
Tour Champs. Tour Champs at Wentworth, BMW. Done. Easy. We've completed it. Why are we not running the European Tour?
To be fair, I think I could do a better job than a couple of people that are on at the moment, but that's no comments. And
well, you just said it.
Not mentioning any names. I didn't mention names, did I?
How high could you climb on a ladder?
I'm scared of heights, so I want to stay near the bottom rung.
Do you think so what we're going to be doing is we're creating a ladder.
We're basically
ladder system.
Yeah, we're trying to make the channel at times a little bit with the golf a little bit more competitive.
We've got enough competitive people involved.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the idea behind it. So we're going to have a ladder system. So you enter the ladder, you try and climb the ladder. If you beat the person or the person above you, you replace each other, and it's going to be a series running
throughout the year.
Throughout the year. So
I don't know what. So for me, okay, and I know this needs more refining within the office around the boardroom table, but for me, the ladder is you can't go above more than 2 people, but at the end of the year, so wherever we get to, by the time we get to December 31st, there'll be a winner, whoever that person is sat on top of the ladder. But I also want to do points. So running alongside that. So you might be at the bottom or mid-section of the ladder because you're scared of heights, okay? Yeah. But you might have accumulated the most amount of points because you've played the most matches. It's to get people to play more matches.
Okay.
So even though you might win a little prize for being at the top of the ladder, we also these are people that are going to be regulars on the channel. That's what we're kind of looking at, trying to get a few one-on-one 9-hole matches, starting off stroke play with the biggest grudge match in the office as we speak right now. Bernie versus Jordan. I mean, this has been going on for some time. I would say at this moment in time, Jordan is 1-0 on you.
Yes,
because there was a
South
Devon League match.
There was, yeah. It was bettable.
Yeah. And basically, they both came into the office saying, I didn't have a partner. Oh, well, no, I didn't have a partner. So it was basically Bernie versus Jordan in the bettable match. Yeah. And Jordan beat him. So
I would personally say that if this match was played this time last year, that I would be a favourite to beat Jordan. He'd probably disagree with that, but I would think I would beat him. But now, at this stage in our golfing lives, he's definitely gone past me, and he is now favourite, I would say. So I think I have to.
Right there is purely tactical talk.
No, it's not.
Okay, he knows. If you listen behind in the office,
he's a better player than me.
He says he can smash Jordan.
I never said that. No way.
Now he's backing off a little bit because
no, Jordan has massively improved, and fair play to him.
He's playing some great golf.
He's put the time and effort into it and invested in his game, and he's, rightly so. He is playing the best golf of his life, and I'm certainly not playing the best golf of my life.
Comments down below. Who do you think
Jordan
is going to win that match? Bernie,
Jordan,
or Jordan? He's tactical.
I'm telling the truth.
Well, I think we've had enough ranting and raving for 1 week, Bernie.
Quite a controversial one, this one, isn't it?
It was. I mean, I've calmed down a lot, to be fair. I was a bit fired up early part of the week, but you calm down and you settle in and you
deep breaths and all that,
reevaluate the situation. Worm yourself in the corner
and look at the choices you've made in life.
Well, if you are somebody that's interested in the Patreon page, if you want to become a member, if you want to be sort of, as I said, talking about all those little areas that we're going to be looking at.
We've got a name for them yet?
Artisans.
Oh, I like that.
The DHG Artisans. That's what they're called. I like that as well, don't you? If you want to be involved in the Artisans group, then there'll be a link in the description of this video which can take you over to that page. You can get involved, have a little look. It's just a little community page which we're setting up, which is fantastic. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. And that's about it, Bernie.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
And we'll see everybody next Sunday.